Hi, this is Troy Teeples from Ready Preppers, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about your bug out bag, also called your 72-hour kit, your sometimes 96 or 108-hour kit, your good bag or get out of Dodge bag, your go bag, grab bag, your perk, or personal emergency relocation kit, whatever you may call it. It's the bag that you take as you bug out of your home and you relocate to some other place. What do you need to take with you? What do you need to have available that you can make that trip and be happy about it and be able to overcome the stresses of an emergency that would cause that, and be able to have your family with you and literally go with peace of mind to be able to relocate to where you need to get. So the first thing you want to do is remember, as you're building your 72-hour kit, your bug out bag, you want to remember the rule of 3. Now, the rule of 3 is that you have 3 seconds without blood, 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, and 3 months without hope. And let me go over those for a minute. The first one, 3 seconds without blood. Now, it's very important that in your 72-hour kit, you have a way to stop the bleeding. You do not have a long time to live. Maybe it's more than 3 seconds, and it obviously depends on the severity of the bleed, but you need something to stop. You need something to stop that bleeding so that you can get on to the next areas. Air. If you can't breathe, you don't have only a few minutes to live. So if there's something falling from the sky that causes so that you can't breathe, or something to that effect, you want to have something available so that you can breathe, so that it doesn't stop you from breathing. So some dust mask, if there was a volcano and the fallout came down, you would need something to filter out that dust and ash. The other thing is, the next is 3 hours without shelter. Now, it obviously depends on what time, but you want to prepare for whatever may occur. So if you live in a very hot area, in a desert, you're going to want to prepare for the very, very hot times. You won't be able to, it'll really hit you hard by being out in the hot for too long. If you live in an area that has cold winters, you're going to want to prepare to be able to give your shelter for those times. Some of the things that you might want: number one, a bag of clothes, a change of clothes. So no matter what happens, you'll be able to have clothes and be able to change into. Something as simple as an emergency reflecting sleeping bag or blanket, poncho for the rain, and some things to keep warm. To make sure that you can get through that period of time. So that's the shelter thing. Talks about staying warm, keeping your body temperature up, making it through either hot or cold situations. Now, 3 days without water, I think many of us have heard that. You cannot live for very long without water. Now, I would take a gallon or so of water and then supplement it with something like a filter, where you can have enough water to get somewhere for the first day, and have a water filter that you can survive the rest of those days. 3 weeks without food. Now, I think it would be a pretty rough 3 weeks, but the human body can survive for quite a long time without food. But let's just bring some with us. A good thing of peanut butter, food ration cans, MREs. There's a variety of different, freeze-dried foods. Obviously, you want to try to stay light if you can, but you want to have at least 1,000 to 1,500 calories per person per day, and for about 3 days. So that's your 3 weeks without food. And then 3 months without hope stands for the hope that you need that something's going to change. Now, a lot of that it can be your family, can be something to just play with, deck of cards, things like that. Something that will relieve the stress and allow you to relax and say, I have hope for the future. So some of the other things you might want in your 72-hour kit that I haven't covered yet are things like tools. You might want a knife, a hammer. I have a little multi-function tool here. It does a whole lot of different things. A lot of different things like that. You might not have tools in your 72-hour kit. Another thing you might want is a radio, so that you can figure out what's going on and you can stay up with the information of what's happening in your area and stay informed. Hygiene is very important. So take along a soap and toothbrush and washcloth. And women, don't forget the feminine items that you'll need. Believe me, those are very important to take in an emergency evac situation. And security. Now, whether it's something to hunt with, whether it's protection from wildlife or protection from something else, you want to have a way that you can protect yourself so that you can make it there. Because, as much as we don't want to think about it, there's times where we may have to relocate. A lot of different things. I've had a situation just here in Utah where a truck spilled some chemicals, and they evacuated a mile away from that because they weren't sure if that set off, it actually could have destroyed the home. So basically what you want in there is everything you need to rebuild your life. So don't forget the documents, copies of documents, copies of your mortgages and credit cards and everything like that. Keep that in there as well, or in a quick place you can grab it. So if you need to evacuate, you can rebuild your life afterwards. Whenever you evacuate, you have to assume your house might not be there when you come back. So this is just an idea, but the other thing that I want to say is that pack can start to get pretty heavy. So what I do, I have a little luggage carrier. I just set this out, pull it behind me. It's got pretty nice wheels. And whether you use a wagon or whatever, I've got a backpack too. In the last case emergency, I can actually carry it on my back. But I don't want to have to do that if I don't have to. So I've got my luggage carriers, I've got my wagons and things like that, my four-wheelers, hopefully, if I needed to, if I could get it out. There's a lot of other options that can be, but I am going to plan for the worst case scenario, and then if it's not that bad, I'm still going to be prepared. Well, this hopefully you got some good information today. There's more information down below. You can go ahead and check out more information about 72-hour kits, your bug out bag, as well as lists of items that you might want to put in your 72-hour kit. And just go out there and get prepared. Again, this is Troy Teeples with Ready Preppers. Remember, you are amazing. Go out there and get prepared. Thank you.